Hello and welcome to the third session of the class 9 to 10 bridge course. My name is Siva, and in this video we will talk about lines and angles from the line standard chapter. Okay, so lines and angles, very simple chapter, that's what it might look like, but there are very important concepts in that chapter that you should know when you go to the 10th standard. Okay, first of all, what is a line? In this case, AB is a line. I would define a line as something which is the shortest distance between 2 points. So you cannot draw something which is even shorter than a line between A and B. So A and B is a line. I'm going to take 2 points on the line. So if you look at this here, the line does not have any end, the line does not have any end. They keep on going on either direction. But if I take 2 points on the line P and Q and I take them out separately, P and Q have endpoints. P is an endpoint, Q is an endpoint, and they don't continue on either side. So P and PQ is what is called as a line segment. A line segment is a portion of a line which has 2 endpoints. A line does not have any endpoints. Line has no endpoints. And let us take this diagram here, RS. A line starts from R and keeps on going in the direction of S, and it does not stop here. But here it just starts at R, so it does not go anywhere on this side. So this is an example of what is called a ray. A ray is a line that starts at a certain point and keeps on going in one direction. A ray has one endpoint. A line has 2 endpoints. A line has no endpoints. A line segment has 2 endpoints, and a ray has 1 endpoint. So we talked about a line, we talked about a ray, we talked about a line segment. Next, we will talk about what are called collinear points. Collinear points. Collinear. What does it mean? Co means together. Linear means related to a line. So if points are in the same line, together they are in the same line, they are called collinear points. You take this diagram here, look at the points C, D, and E, they are in the same line X, Y. So you can call C, D, and E collinear points. Generally, we say that 3 or more points, if they are in the same line, then they are collinear. Let us take this points here, R, S, and T. R and S are in one line, S and T are in one line, but R, S, and T, the 3 of them together, they are not in the same line. So they are not collinear points, or they are called as non-collinear points. Okay, so collinear points, 3 or more points in the same line, collinear points, and any 3 points not in the same line are non-collinear points. Okay, so let us continue our discussion with lines and angles. We talked a little bit about lines. What is a line? What is a ray? What is a line segment? What are collinear and non-collinear points? Now we will talk about angles. What is an angle? So you take a point, let's call it O. A ray starts from O and goes in this direction. Another ray starts from O and goes in this direction. So when 2 rays start off from the same point, they form what is called as an angle. In case POQ is the angle here. There are different types of angles. What are they? So let's look at this picture here. You have an angle X between lines MN and MO. This is called as an acute angle. An acute angle is an angle that is less than 90 degrees. An acute angle is less than 90 degrees. If an angle is exactly 90 degrees, like this angle, this is 90 degrees, this is called a right angle. A right angle is exactly 90 degrees. So less than 90 degrees, acute angle, greater than 90 degrees, right angle. What if an angle is greater than 90 degrees? Like if you take this example here, USV, this angle is greater than 90 degrees. This is called an obtuse angle. obtuse angle greater than 90, and an angle which is equal to exactly 180 is called a straight angle. So acute is less than 90, right is exactly 90, obtuse is greater than 90 but less than 180, and anything which is 180 is a straight angle, and anything which is greater than 180 is called a reflex angle. A reflex angle. So based on the values, the angles can be categorized by acute, obtuse, straight, acute, and right. Okay. So we talked about different types of angles. Acute angle, we talked about obtuse angle, we talked about straight angle, right angle, and reflex angle. Now we will come back to lines and talk about a couple of concepts about lines. So if you take this line here and this line here, they meet at a point P. So these two lines are what are called as intersecting lines. Intersecting means they cut across each other or they meet each other. And this point is called the point of intersection. Point of intersection. When two lines meet with each other, they are called intersecting lines. And this point is called the point of intersection. So if you take two lines, like in the diagram below, they do not meet with each other. They are called non-intersecting. So take the case of a railway track. Railway track, the rails do not meet with each other at all. So you can sort of call them non-intersecting. And non-intersecting lines, if you take the distance between them, the perpendicular distance between them at any 2 points, the value will always be the same. The value will always be the same. So another way of calling non-intersecting lines are parallel lines. Parallel lines, because parallel lines never touch each other, they never intersect with each other. So non-intersecting lines are nothing but parallel lines. Intersecting lines, of course, are lines that meet each other. So there are certain concepts of parallel lines that I want you to be aware of, because this is crucial. So these are two parallel lines. Okay, and I have a line that cuts across them. This line is what is called as a transversal. Transversal. And this line and this line are parallel lines. They never touch each other. So let us take this angle M. This angle M is has another counterpart on this side called N, and angle M is equal to N because they are what are called corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are angles that are on either side of a line. For example, if you take this angle O and this angle P, they are also equal to each other because they're corresponding angles. Similarly, this angle and this angle are corresponding angles, and this angle and this angle are corresponding angles. Okay, very important to understand that piece. Now, let's take, let me change the color quickly. Let's take this angle. Okay, give me a second here. Okay, now let us look at this picture. We talked about corresponding angles. For example, this angle and this angle are corresponding. We'll talk about a couple of other concepts. Angle X and angle Y are what are called as alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. And they are equal to each other. So X and Y are alternate interior. Like that, this angle and this angle are alternate interior angles. They are on the inside, they are not on the outside. And they're on alternate sides of the transversal. That's why they call alternate interior. And alternate interior angles are equal. Similarly, if you take angle M and angle Y, I'll just draw them separately. This is M, this is Y. They are equal to each other. And they are called vertically opposite angles. They're called vertically opposite angles. Similarly, this angle and this angle are equal to each other. And this and this are equal, this and this are equal, and they're all called vertically opposite angles. Okay, so with parallel lines, there are you will definitely see a lot of problems, especially with related to angles. So corresponding angles, vertically opposite angles, and alternate interior angles. I hope you understand these concepts. Very important. If you want, um, um, please replay the last 1 minute or so. So with this, we conclude this video, and we talked about a few things related to lines and angles. We will catch up in the next video of this series.